Welcome to BlueShoes. Today we're going to be catching up with some of the new information relating to Sonic Crossworlds roster, and I'm going to be locking in my final predictions for this game now that the leaks are all out in the open and we can all be on the same page. I didn't want to include the leaks in my previous video because I didn't want to spoil anyone of any of the official announcements, but now we know pretty much everything that's been leaked. It's a lot easier for me to give an honest prediction for this game. So now that we know some of these slots and some of the pack slots, which is going to be really important for the Ninja Turtles in particular, because they're not slot number 6, let's get right into it and start thinking about what we might be seeing over the next year. It's pretty exciting. Okay, let's go. SpongeBob and Patrick make up the two characters of the second pack of the Season Pass. And next up in pack number 3, surprisingly, we've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now I thought, when I heard about them potentially being in the game, that they would be pack number 6, because I would imagine they'd do 4 Ninja Turtles, because there are 4 of them. Kind of makes the most sense. But no, they're pack number 3, and as the listing clearly says on Steam, there are only 2 characters in this pack. Now they could do it where you've got all 4 of them in one car, and then their sensei or whoever's their master, I haven't really seen their series before, as the second character, but I think it's probably more likely, since they're all quite large characters, that they'll probably just choose 2 of them to be characters. I mean, if we've seen from Steve, Alex and Creeper, they could literally just pick 2 random characters that work and throw them in. So yeah, it's quite surprising really. And then when we look at pack number 4, Avatar Last Airbender, this one made a lot more sense to me, where Aang will probably be one of them and Katara will be the second one. I think this makes the most sense. I don't know for sure, but if I had to make a guess, and I'm locking in with my guesses today, now that what I knew before is leaks has been revealed, I can confidently put my actual predictions up. But yeah, so pack 3 and 4, very surprising in terms of the content, but when I move on to pack number 6, you'll understand my logic as to why I'm quite firm in that the 4 character slots aren't going to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've got some other ideas for those slots, but yeah. Now, for character pack number 5, I think the Among Us crossover that's been hinted at for quite a while, I think this would be the perfect time for that to come about. It'd be quite easy to fit them into the 4 slots of character pack 6 with different crewmate colours and hats, but I think it's much more likely we'll see them as pack number 5, especially when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles weren't enough to fill 4 slots when there's 4 of them. Among Us has become one of those games that's quite widely known across the world, so I think a game like Crossworlds with characters like Hatsune Miku and the Avatar Aang, I feel like the crewmates will fit in quite well with this sort of cast, and so it's exciting to see what sort of design they might have for the cart or the hoverboard, and yeah, I think there'd be quite a fun inclusion if this is indeed what they've been hinting at for months. Okay, I'm going to cut to the chase. I think Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, Megatron and Starscream will be the last 4 characters making character pack 6. Why? I think that they fit perfectly with all of the themes around this game and around the crossovers we've seen so far. A lot of the crossovers, like SpongeBob and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, are linked to Paramount Plus. And Transformers is one of the bigger franchises featured on that platform. And to have Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron and Starscream in the game would really match the vehicle-driven, the transformations-driven gameplay style with weapons and things, and I think they'd be really fun to play. When we think back to all the Sonic racing games of the past, there always tends to be one character that can just be the board or be the car. You know, we've seen SCR HD from Riders Zero Gravity, we've seen Opa Opa from the All Stars Racing number 1, and we've seen Ages from All Stars Racing Transformed. There might be others if I don't remember them, but it gives you an example. So I think these characters really fit the bill perfectly, and Transformers is a franchise with multiple iconic characters. You know, it's not just Optimus Prime and friends, it's Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, you know, Megatron, Starscream. All these are really popular characters, and I think they'd all fit in really well with the vibe of Crossworlds. And aesthetically, I think Transformers 1 does suit the Crossworlds sound effects, soundboard in general, and general vibe of the game. So let me know if you agree with me, but I'm locking in. I think this is going to be our 6th pack. Now then, when you compile my final predictions for this game's roster, it looks something a bit like this. I've tweaked a couple of the Sonic reps to better represent a variety of Sonic media, but it remains generally quite similar. The DLC now reflects, of course, the leaked characters that have now been confirmed, and who I think they will add for the rest of the Season Pass. In addition, we also have this mass of additional obscure Sonic characters Sega could potentially choose from. From Merlina to Black Doom to Red from Angry Birds to Wade Whipple. You know, there's so many different choices, and it's unknown which characters are actually more likely, because currently the roster's looking crazy already. So I couldn't tell you who the most likely characters would be, because Sega seem to be doing the unpredictable route this time around. But let me know who you think will be added, let me know who you'd like to see, and no matter how obscure or niche, whether it's the Hamburger Man from Sonic Adventure 1, let me know who you think would be the best character to add. And also, would they come with a hoverboard or a car or something completely different? I'd love to know what your ideas are, because part of the fun of a countdown to a game like this is really just theorising, coming up with ideas. You know, what would you do if you had the power to add any Sonic character, or any Sega, or any guest character? Let me know, I'd really like to know. So with that, I'll leave you with the updated bingo sheet. This time I'll actually remember to tick off Steve, Alex and Creeper. But otherwise, have a great day, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.